The vocals out, now you witnessing a survivor speak. I done messed around and went viral right from my driver's seat. Just like what the industry was containing. I'd rather make a difference instead of hating, complaining. So let me park the whip, it don't matter, rapper or model chick, singer or comedian, perfect. Let's park in politics. Hey, let's park in politics. Welcome to the pullover, let's park in politics. This the pullover, let's park in politics. I say this the pullover, let's park in politics.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? I appreciate when you guys hit that play button. Thank you very much. Well, welcome to the Lockoutmen Podcast Show, where we park and politic with all our guests. I am your host, Lockoutmen, and today we got my G. Can't Stop in the building. Long time, man. Long
it
time.
has been.
Long time no hear from, no see. I think last time we chopped it up was
2019. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I want to go as far as to say 28.
I'm not gonna go that far, Lockout. I can't. We can do 8.
We'll say 19, but I want to go as far as say 18 because I think I messed with Zello, with you guys in the Zello group back in 18, probably at the end of 18, going into 19. I want to say, but I can't remember, and it's not because of old age. I'm just
come on now, man, we gotta accept some things we can't change now.
Hey man, I'm trying to keep I'm trying to keep this brain fresh. You know, everything else might not work. I might need some help in every other department, but when it comes to the brain, I try to at least keep that fresh, man. Because you know, my grandfather, he you know, in his twilight years, he came down with a slight case of Alzheimer's, and you know, I guess that's the biggest fear that I got. That you know, and I try my damnedest to like do these brain exercises and shit. You know, do the count, the memorization, the puzzles and shit like that. Yeah. I do that, bro. I do that. But yeah, probably I'm gonna say let's just say back in the day where the shit was simple then.
Right. We didn't have masks on. We wasn't locked down.
No, it wasn't no lockdown, no mask on. We rocked all night, and well, before Stephen B changed it. It was Trucker Kings and Queens, and we had some good times in there, man.
Interesting conversations.
Yeah, very very interesting conversations and some good times. But you know, we also broke away and started what was the room the girl started? First Amendment. Yeah. We had some crazy conversations in there, and then that pretty much, went to the wayside, and then I guess we all migrated it over to what's that fucking room? Oh, Truck Talk and Chill. We all migrated it over there. And and you pretty much knew what happened to me over there. At least me and a couple of key people, which would remain nameless. Yeah, which would remain nameless. That we had serious issues with each other. That was just maybe one or two people. Not Toe Jam. Toe Jam. I mean,
Fungus himself.
As a matter of fact, he came on the podcast last year. We set aside our differences at the time, and he came on and chopped it up with me. But a couple of other people over there, which will remain nameless, that Lockout Men still don't have no vibe with. So we'll just leave it at that. Good conversations, though. I'll give them that. Good conversations, but it's about you tonight, though, bro. What's going on, man? Where you at right now?
Just hanging. Matter of fact, I was almost home, and I was like, hold up, I gotta pull over and do this podcast right now. But now I'm over here in St. George off of 95. I just come out of Florida. Out of where was I? Bartow. Yeah, I dropped down and took a load out of Spruce Pine down to Lakeland, come up out of Bartow. Going right here. And matter of fact, it's not going far from here, I drop in the morning.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate you stopping over for doing this, man. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know this is like short notice. I mean, we really just connected like yesterday. You jumped in behind the scenes on Instagram with me, and I was like, "Yo, let's get together." And you was like, "Yeah, let's do this," and I appreciate it, man.
Ain't no problem, man.
All right,
how this thing goes. Supposed to be home, not home yet.
Yeah, exactly. I'm over here off the street in I don't even know where the fuck I'm at right now. All I just know is that when I went in, I asked the dude, I was like, I got a delivery. And he was like, oh, ain't nobody here to unload you. I was like, oh, okay, well, my appointment ain't until, 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning or whenever you guys decide to get here. So I was like, well, shit, can I go ahead? I said, you guys got anybody coming through tonight? Like, it was like, no, you go ahead and take door number 2 and post up there. And I was like, all right, this as long as I don't have to fucking move, I'm good. Because if they come over here talking about I got to move, I'm out of hours. So I'm not moving. Y'all going to have to just unload me and then they can get in and get their shit. I'm just saying. So you say you close to home. So you're out of Florida? Where you out of, bro? Where you?
Nah, right here in Orangeburg, South Carolina. It's about 30, 35 miles south of Columbia.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Yeah.
Okay. I fucks with the Carolinas, man. Rest in peace to my big guy. You know what I'm saying? Big country. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had to get the Carolina. I had to get the Carolina, the memorial. You know what I'm saying?
Respect on that one, man.
Rest in peace to my guy, big country. So yeah, I fuss with the Carolinas, man. I was down there. Here's the story. I was on my way down there, and he was at the same park. He was at the same Loves where I was at because I had the at the time I had the locator on my my Facebook. No, on the Facebook. I ain't go to 3. So, but I was on the Facebook, and he called me up. He was like, "Yo, Lockout." He's like, "What's up, bro? Where you at?" I'm right here at the Loves chilling, man. He was like, "For real? You right here at the Loves?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You good, man?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. How about you?" He was like, why don't you look next door?" I was like,
He's sitting there spying on you.
Hell yeah, man. I was like, what's up, big bro? So yeah, man, that was that. And I think the last time that I was with him was doing Nikki's party, and that was it. And when I got the news of him passing, it kind of hit me hard, man, because like I said, I really resonated with the dude. You know what I'm saying? So he was about to get himself prepared for the for the weight loss surgery. He was about to get prepared for that.
Like the next day.
Yeah, he was. As a matter of fact, yeah, exactly. That's what he was getting prepared for when he passed that night. So, but yeah, rest in peace to my guy, Big Country, man. He's a real one. He's a real one.
And I can't forget my boy, man, because that's the last time I saw Big Country was at Big Chat's funeral. So yeah.
Hey,
That's
did
the
you
last
go to,
time I saw him.
did you go to his birthday party though?
No, I didn't make it. Did not make it, man. Did not make it.
Ooh.
I heard it
Man,
was I heard it was I heard it was good.
I heard it was lit, man. I heard it was super lit. I was like, man, I said, fuck. And they was about to, they was about to do the same, he was about to do it up again this year, man. But I was like, fuck. But yeah. Man. So from down in North, that's where you was born and raised at, down in down in the Carolinas?
I'm by way, I'm by way, man. By way of the money craving, pistol waving New Haven, as they would some say, But yeah, I was born and raised in New Haven, Connecticut, man, until like 6th grade. Moved down to a small town in the sticks outside of the Jerry's truck stop off the 119 in Manning, South Carolina, down there in Greeleyville. So I graduated high school there and been in Orangeburg ever since. So most of my time is spent in Orangeburg.
Man,
New last
Haven,
16 years.
How now before you started driving trucks, and I believe your father's a truck driver, right?
Yeah, my stepdad's a truck driver. My mom's a truck driver. I had an uncle, not officially uncle, but yeah, he was the uncle. Yeah, him and my aunt dated forever, as long as I can remember, ever since I was a kid.
You might as well
but,
say he's the uncle.
Yeah, he was the uncle. Yeah, so he drove for 43 years.
They never married.
No.
Then you need to consider him as an uncle if they've been together.
He's the uncle. Yeah. Hey, that's all. Hey, we call him Uncle Booby, man. That's the only name I knew him.
He came to every party, right? He came to every party.
He came when he could. He was an OTR guy, man. Straight up OTR guy. 43 years, man.
Then he's the uncle, bro.
Yeah.
So living up in the top of the Northeast, man. What was it like? Well, I know what it is like now as far as traffic goes, but what was it like back in the day for you? Up in New Haven, the Northeast.
Oh, I gotta have a real moment, real quick. These boxes, they get real hot, man.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
But
I got my AC on right now. I kid you not. He ain't bullshitting, but
hey, I just turned my AC on. Everything off.
I got all these lights and shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't you see?
One light is doing it for me.
You see all this? I got all these lights on and shit. So this where the heat coming from. So yeah, I definitely got to keep the AC on when I do my show, man. Yeah, it could be like 30 degrees out here outside, but it'd be hot as fuck in here though.
Man, let's not go there because in summertime it'd be you better have your air conditioning working.
That's what's up.
But yeah, back to So when me growing up in Connecticut, man, it was definitely man, as a kid, I guess it was just the norm. You know what I'm saying? Like you used to go into the corner store right there on the corner, not 5 miles away like how it is, where we moved to in the country, man. Like the closest grocery store was like 10 miles away when we moved. It's just those differences, man. Just having to get used to riding a lot further to get to things, Connecticut is like, the snow. We used to have snow, like move down here is like snow days. Oh, we delaying school because we got a half inch of snow on the ground. Like we used to go to school, we had, our 2-hour delay was because, we got 18 inches, just different things, man. But it was like the city. I enjoy the city, man. I miss it. I really do. I really miss the city, man. But
what brought y'all down to Georgia or the Carolinas?
My mom. All right, so I said my stepdad was driving. Well, my stepdad and my mom, they end up both going to. Well, he started a year before. My mom went and got her CDL as well, like the year after. So that was 90, 96, and 97. Mm-hmm. And so we moved in 98. My grandmother retired, so they had a plan on going on the road, teaming up. So that's how that happened. And then so it was like, you know, like my grandmother was like, I'm retired, I'm moving, I'm going, I don't care what happens, I'm going. So she yeah, she they packed up the house in '98. Yep, that whole year from the beginning of the year till they tricked me, man. Like, you know, my stepdad was like, you want to go on the road? You know, my mom was like, you want to go on the road with your dad for a couple of weeks? I was like, yeah. Like, you know, I'm the kid. You know, I love trucks anyway. You know, I wanted to go. I done been. Look, when they were going to school, I was going to school with them. You know what I'm saying? I was sitting in the class taking the general knowledge and the combination, the air brakes test, all this stuff at the age of like 7, 8. And it was just fun. You know, I watched them, all the maneuvers and stuff, and they trained on the snow and ice and everything. But I was like, yeah, I want to go. So my mom's like, yeah, your bag is already packed. Like, she already knew I wasn't gonna say no. And 2 weeks later, we end up. I'll never forget the trip. We left home. We went to Corinth, New York, and left Corinth and went out to Denver, Colorado, and we came back to, I forgot what town in Kentucky, and then we ended up down in Little Rock at the terminal to drop the truck off because they were he was leaving that company, and we took the longest bus ride, 24 hours from Little Rock, Arkansas, to Lake City, South Carolina, right outside of Florence. 24 hours on a bus, man.
Wow.
And so
this is you, your stepfather, and your mom's?
I don't know which one you got.
No, when you was doing when you
on the road?
Yeah,
no, just me and my stepdad went.
Huh?
No, just me and my stepdad went.
Oh, okay. You and your stepdad for the Greyhound all the way back to North
the whole truck trip, the 2 weeks on the road, and then the Greyhound. Yeah, me and him, my mom and my grandmother, my grandfather, they stayed behind. They were finishing packing up the house and had some people help them pack the U-Haul and everything. I did not even know nothing. All right, so I saw the boxes packing up, but as a kid, you don't really process this.
Right.
And I really didn't process it, but I'm so happy I'm going, like, and I'm seeing my friends, and I'm out playing. Now, remind you, I'm out playing when she asked me. So it's just like, okay, yeah, I'm going. So I'll see y'all in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I'm in South Carolina. I'm like, man, like, really? I couldn't say bye to nobody, no nothing. It was just, all right, I'm going on the road for 2 weeks.
Wow.
But, yeah, that was my transition to the Carolinas.
Wow, man, 24 hours on a Greyhound. That's fucking mean. And I don't think I've been fortunate that, the companies that I have rocked out with so far, the three of which I just drove to the company, in a rental car, drove there, drove back. I did one Greyhound, but that was only because Springfield, Ohio ain't nothing but 40 minutes away from Cleveland. So I took the Greyhound over there. But again, that was during when everything was so simple.
Yeah.
Everything was so simple then.
Hey man, look, now they got cages over the drivers now. I saw that in one of the Greyhounds. Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy. They got cages over the regular buses now. You see that?
Man, that's crazy.
As I know, right, man?
No respect for nobody. At least they respected the bus driver.
That's where you got your interest in trucks coming up with your family, your moms, your stepdad, and all like that.
Yeah, and I'll say this, I'll never forget the first thing that ever really got me. Like, you remember the not the little potato head ones, but they were like little round people. They were just round.
Yeah.
And you can stick them in the buses or the truck. I had a fire truck.
The little hole.
It had a little hole in the bottom, but I had a fire truck. Yeah, I had a fire truck that maneuvered like a truck, and that was my interest right there. Honestly, that's what got me into
the little pet people that you were sticking in the hole. Yeah, I remember. God damn, you took me all the way back, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'll never forget that one toy I had, man. That's what got me interested.
How old are you, man? For you to be taking me all the way back there.
I'm not old, man. I'm 34.
Man, you took me back to the peg people, bro. I'm like, damn. That's back in my day, back in the 80s.
Hey man. Hey, I was born in '86.
Oh, okay. So you're 80 kid too.
Yeah, I'm the last of the dying breed, man. The last of the good one.
You know, right? You know, right? Welcome everybody to the Lockoutmen Podcast Show. I really do appreciate you guys being here with me tonight. My special guest for tonight is my man Can't Stop. If you guys have any questions for him, leave it in the chat and I will get it over there to him. I want to welcome Tasha Westside. What's going on, Chicago? Teddy the Trucker is in the building. Warren Reese, my man Resto. You got a name that I can pronounce, bruh. He says, like, share, subscribe to the L.O.M family. That's what's up. Teddy the Trucker says he's representing South Carolina. That's what's up, B. Sean B's in the building. Who are you, bruh? And I appreciate you being here. Make sure you hit that like button. Sweetest Georgia Peach. Georgia. Oh, wait. I'm not going to sing it. Hold on. I got somebody to sing it. Hold on right quick.
Georgia.
There you go.
Yeah.
Georgia. Georgia. Georgia.
Rest in peace, my man. Ray Charles in the building. You know, rest in peace to him. Good old Georgia. Let's see. Zing. Okay, I'm just going to call you him, Lady Z. Okay, that's easier for me. Thank you very much. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. It's Skinny. What's going on with you, bro? Yo. Sweetest Georgia Peach says, try 3 days on a bus, bro. She said,
I'm not trying it. Look, no. You know why I'm not trying it? My last bus ride, this is no lie. Savannah, from where I live at in the country to Savannah is 2 hours. It took 8 hours to get from there on a Greyhound. 8. Nah, I'm done. I wanted to go see my grandfather in Savannah. I'm done. Like, we ended up, no lie, we picked up people in the cornfield. We stopped by Paris Island, everything. Like, nah, that's it. No more Greyhounds. I'm done.
What about the layover though? One dude told me that he had to lay over for damn near 8 hours.
Nah.
They had to get off the bus, go into the terminal, wait for 8 hours to get on another bus. Like, bro.
They have no efficiency.
I could probably do that with a plane. I'm good with the plane, but a bus though?
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. I can't do that. I can't do that, bro. All right, so you got your start in the trucking from your family, but before you actually got into trucking, what you was doing before you got into trucking?
Graduate college, I worked there. I worked there from the time I was a freshman. So from 2004 up until 2009 when I got my CDL, I worked there as a tech. And in 2009, I went on the road. Well, so I got my bachelor's too in 2004. Well, in 2008, I graduated, got my bachelor's in industrial technology. 2009, I'm like, I'm going on the road. I'm packing up. I'm going on the road. I can save some money. I can catch up on some, what I don't even consider bills now, like really. Catch up on some bills would seem like larger than life at the time. And so 2009, the beginning of the year, got my CDL in March, left in May, went on the road literally for 3 months with Werner. And I came back, I went to go get my master's. And so I did finish up my master's in 2012, and then I went back on the road. So when I came off the road, so I was getting my master's and I was working at the university in several capacities. I was a tech, I was driving the tennis team, so I was still driving like a coach. So yeah, I was still kind of on the road a little bit.
So instead of doing odd jobs, you pretty much your job stemmed from just working with the college that you went to.
Yeah.
Okay. So
again, the South Carolina State University. I got to put that out there. The South Carolina State University Bulldogs.
Let me ask you this. Did you get what do you call it? Uh did you get all access pass? I forgot the word for it, excuse me. But did you get an all access pass, or did you have to go through loans, grants, or
for school?
Yeah.
So for undergrad, I did like the crazy kids do. And I ain't gonna say crazy, the educated ones in the financial area. My first year I had to get a loan. Now the next year I really didn't have to get a loan. I could have sent the money back, but who doesn't want a refund check? Refund checks was looking good. So yeah, I ended up with a bunch of loans I shouldn't have between undergrad and grad. So, but paying for it now, it's all good. But nah.
So you got
yeah.
you got a bachelor's degree in science of technology, industrial technology, and then in 2012, you went back and you got your master's in science, transportation policy and planning.
Yeah.
You got that. And I'm a strong believer of that. Even back then, it was hard for guys to get into a career of what they actually went to school for. Like I said, my son graduated this year. He has his bachelor's in whatever, it's digital shit now. I whatever that has to do with digital, like photography, soundboard, sound engineering, all that shit with the TV. He
like mass communications.
Yeah, whatever that is, he got it. All right. But the problem is, unfortunately, COVID struck. So a lot of the stuff that he need to go into his field is pretty much shut down because of the pandemic. But for you though, back then it wasn't a pandemic, but you got 2 degrees. Why not? What happened with not going into that field, and you decided to choose trucking over all of it?
All right, so the how I even got into industrial technology, because I was I was a computer guy, so I did tech work, like most people consider like tier 1, tier 2. Answer the phones, but I also went out in the field too. Did a lot of hands-on stuff, setting up stuff, so and troubleshooting. But I thought I started that in high school as like I forgot what the school to work program. That's what they call it in high school. So then I wanted to do, in my mind in high school, I'm like, well, I want to do computer science. So I get in computer science and I'm like, huh? What are you talking about? That type of thing. Like, and I found out quick, computer science is totally different from computer technology. And I didn't look it up before then, but I just assumed and thought and just went on with it. And that's just what happened. And so I changed my major like second semester and went in industrial technology. A lot of the guys from my high school, they were in industrial technology. And I talked to the professor. He was like, oh yeah, you can do this, and this, and this. And I was like, okay, cool. And he brought in paycheck stubs where he did architectural plans and stuff like that for a whole lot of different things. And I ended up doing an internship. I actually went to work there so it'd be easier for me to
transition
to an internship. So I went on to work on an assembly line. There's a place called Husqvarna here. They make lawnmowers. They make them for Husqvarna, Husqvarna, Pullion Pro, and there's like a French brand they make as well here. And so I worked on the assembly line this summer. When the semester came back in, I transitioned over. I asked him when I first got, kind of like midways. I was like, hey, is it a possibility I can go into engineering? So I actually ended up doing some engineering stuff that I went to school for during the semester as an internship. And I found like I didn't really, I don't know, it wasn't really that. I was good at it, but I really didn't want to sit behind nobody's desk, punching the, and then also I dealt with my supervisor, man, at the time. I love her, man, Ms. Riley. She's a good lady though. She means well, but I just can't deal with someone being over my back, like being supervised like that certain things I would do, and it was just like, you didn't do it, and I didn't tell you to do it, or could you go do it? I already did it, and it's like, well, why'd you do it? We didn't tell you to do it, and yeah, like, nah, I get to work 30 minutes late, and I come off the road. Now I've done come off the road now, and it's just like, you 30 minutes late. I'm like, I'm gonna get all my work done. Like, I'm gonna have everything done before 12 o'clock. So, that just got to me, man. And just little by little, man, things happen. And just like, I could not. And my late wife, she told me one time, she was like, yeah, you'll never be able to work for nobody.
Same.
Can't.
I tried it when I was coming up. I did everything. I did the warehouse work. I did retail. I did Burger King, McDonald's, the restaurants, and I just couldn't work with people. Period. Yeah. I wasn't a people person. And what pissed me the fuck off was at McDonald's. Never forget this story. At McDonald's, making $3.35 an hour. Okay. Now you guys out there tripping about motherfucking 10. Y'all talking about 10 and I need to make 15. Bro, try $3.35 fucking cent an hour for minimum fucking wage back in the day. All right, Google that shit. $3.35 a fucking hour. When that bro came out there, and I'm trying to keep my words to a minimum, when that bro came out there and told me to take a fucking toothbrush and scrub in between the tile,
he was out.
I was done. I looked at that fool like, yo, you want me to do what now? Well, it's right now the traffic, we don't have nobody in there, and we need to give you something to do. Okay, give me a fucking mop and a fucking bucket, bro. I'll mop this motherfucker. Yeah, but we need this to be spotless. Dude, I'm not getting on my fucking hands and knees for no fucking $3.35 an hour, bro. I said, you do it. And he looked at me. He called himself getting smart. And this is at a time when brothers let power go to their head. A motherfucking assistant manager at a fucking they the worst.
Right.
Manager. You know what I'm saying? Well, we try to do something. We need you to keep working. We need you to do something. I was like, I tell you what, bro. You know what? You could take this orange and yellow and red bullshit and this fucked up funny ass hat. I'm gone. Oh, you can't leave. Yes, I can leave, bro. I left that motherfucker right then and there. Came back that Friday. Got my little $150 fucking check because I was part-time. Then the motherfucking manager was the manager at the time was like, yo, why did you leave? I was like, this dude right here over here talking about I had to motherfucking scrub a fucking floor with a toothbrush. I don't even scrub my own fucking floor with a toothbrush. What you think I'm gonna scrub this floor with a toothbrush? Get the fuck out of here, man. So yeah, man. I was not a people person at all. And then after that, I just went, throughout my whole, like I said, when I got about 18, 19-ish, I said throughout my whole 20s and I'll say a little bit of my 30s, shit, I was the hustle man. I was the one that was doing CDs, DVDs. What's up? 3 for 10. 3 for 10, bro. Hey, I got that new shit for you, bro. hey, my G. I got that new movie that's playing in the theater right now, $5. Oh, you got that? Yeah, man. Brother man was making money hand over fist back then. But yeah, man, I see what you're talking about, man. People just get that shit to their fucking head, and you just can't do it.
Yeah, and that was like the last, that was the last thing. When I actually started working when I was 14, man, and I ain't have a problem with, I'm a people person. Honestly, I'll strike up a conversation with anybody and talk, but it was just like going after being on the road for 3 months and literally doing what you want to do doing what you need to do on time, but it don't matter when you start, as long as you get it there on time. You know what I'm saying? And then having to come back to this being in a box again, it's just like, nah, this ain't for me.
What was you say you went with Warner? You went, what school you went? Did you go to school to get your license, or did you go to Warner to get your license?
Nah. I wasn't going to no company because everybody was talking like a year contract, 2-year contract. If you leave early, you gotta pay. I'm not paying you. Like I literally got the only thing I paid for my CDL, honestly, was a MVR. That was it. An MVR, and I filled out a paper. I ran to this guy, and he was in the career center at the university, and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna hook you up with this other guy," and he says, "I'm gonna get you in contact with him and just do what he tells you to do." The guy just told me to fill out a sheet of paper, my name, address, simple stuff. What would I do? And I'll never forget the sentence. It was the question was, what would you do once obtaining your CDL? What would you do after you obtain your CDL and talking to others about safety? That was it. A paragraph, and I got my CDL for free, man. Right here, Orangeburg, at OC Tech.
Bro, and you said free?
Huh? Free. Like the only thing I paid.
You answered one question and you got your shit for free.
Free, like for real, free.
Like free.com.
Like I paid for. No, I lied. I didn't get it for free. I paid for my MVR, which was like $10. But that's free compared to what people pay, though.
some cats, some new jacks that's coming into this game, man, they really don't know that, if they look hard enough, they can obtain their CDLs for next to nothing. They don't even, they got grants out there, they got work study programs out there. Check if you're unemployed, check your unemployment. They probably might have they probably might have something for you, man. So you went that route, got your license, went to Warner. You was only there for 3 months. What was you just stayed there 3 months just to stat some change to go back to school?
Well, it is crazy. I say crazy how it happened, but I wanted to go get my master's, but it just didn't pan out at first. So, like I said, I had some what I thought was big bills. I had a car payment, a cell phone, and something else, and a credit card. So I went on the road, left my apartment. I was like, I don't need it, whatever. Went on the road, and I got a phone call, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to go back? If you want to get the master's, you can, and we'll do a stipend. So, and then pretty much you'll get your master's for free." Who not gonna do that? So I came back. I got my old job back, and I got my old job back as a tech, and I was going to school doing a master's thing, and that's what got me back. I pretty much got my master's for free too.
Damn, bro, you lucked out on all your shit, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, just about. It's been blessing. Yeah, it was a blessing.
More power, man. That's God's work right there. Even though I know it's cliche, a lot of people say, that's God's work. That's God's work. Sometimes it's not God's work, bro. I'm just saying, but that's a blessing, man. More power to you. I got to give you a bomb. Wait a minute, let me make sure I got the right button. I got to give you a bomb drop for that one, man. That's what's up. All right, so you got your now you got your master's, you got your bachelor's, you got your little bit of experience in trucking, and now you decided to go back into trucking, but you did you go back into trucking with a company, or you just jump right into your own company?
All right, so it was like when it came down to one of those things, it's like, man, I was really humping, man. Like how you said, like people complain about certain dollar amounts, you know, with jobs, man. I was like, man, I'm only doing $10 an hour here. My hours on, you know, when I drive, that's my overtime hours. And I'm like, I'm still only doing like, I was doing like maybe 28, 30 a year. And my cousin, he calls me up. He's more like my brother, man, Terrence. And he calls me up. He was like, hey, man, I got this. You want to come up here and work with me? And he was telling me what he was doing at the time over there, like more than double. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, but you ain't got your hazmat. He was like, so here's the deal. You got to go get your hazmat. And you can come up here, you know, pull me, you know, work for the company I'm working for, Ilco. So I'm like, all right. So I got my hazmat while I'm at it. And for those, I don't know if any new people out there, but when you get your license, go ahead and get everything the first time. Go ahead and get everything. Get your hazmat doubles and triples. If you get your passenger and school bus, if you know, at one of them you got to take the test. With the other one, I don't think you do. But get everything so you have it. It's best to have it and not need it, not have it. But exactly. I went and got it, and I started working over there at Hilco, man, and I more than doubled my salary, man. I went to like 80. I did like 83. I grossed like 83 that year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is as a company driver or
company driver, man. That's what I gross.
Is this company still in existence, bruh?
Yeah, man. But hey, we got to talk about it offline, dog. Hey, I will say, I know this on the web, but I will say, I love the people that I worked with, and they gave me like they really could have fired me like my first solo trip because I got in an accident. Was not my fault. These cars got my blind spot. I had a truck I could not, whatever, and yeah, the car got totaled. But my terminal manager, Jenny, I will always. She has been the best. I mean, the best terminal manager dispatcher I've ever had. She put her job on the line. The safety guy up in Greensboro, he put his job on the line, and the other dispatcher at my terminal, John, it was like if anything else happened, they was gonna fire me on the spot. But they fought me for me to keep my job, man.
They got that's what's up,
yeah.
man. If a company,
and they did not regret it.
If you do right, because I am, you know, just like you a testament of that company. I was a testament of, you know, of my old company. You know, they will, if you do good and you put out good and you they'll fight for you. You know, they'll go back and say, look, man, this man's the truth, yada, yada, yada. But of course, if something else happens, then they're gonna let you go. You know what I'm saying?
and it was crazy too, because it happened and the company was in transition being bought from her dad, and like he showed up. I mean, was still, you know, concerned, like it was, you know, still his baby, everything, man. Like I couldn't even, like, those some right down good people, man. But and one of them, I ain't gonna call somebody out, but they was like, we didn't know you was gonna work out like that. Yeah, I was a runner. I was running for them.
Let me go ahead and say what's up to everybody that's just now stepping up into the chat. Welcome to the Lockoutmen Podcast Show. Thank you very much. When you come in the building, make sure you hit that like button. My man Can't Stop is with us tonight. Let's head over to the chat. Shape World is in the building. What's going on? Let's see. Sweetest Georgia Peach says, but that over Vice laugh out loud drove me crazy too. Okay, she was talking to somebody. Teddy the Trucker says that was in the 80s. I know I worked hard back then. I know, right? $3.35 an hour, bro. I'm just saying. Sweetest Georgia Peach says I did fleet department for a rental car place, and that office was busy. I needed a break. My manager was like she can do it, but you gotta let her out every now and then. I know that's right. Teddy the Trucker says, damn, Niners Nation, what's going on? He says He missed out. Great show. Thank you very much. Sweetest Georgia Peach says, I wish I have known that I went to a mega carrier. Yeah, you gotta, you know, people, that's the shit that people don't tell you. You know what I'm saying? That's what they don't tell you, that you can actually get your CDLs for free. You know, I mean, well, not free in a sense, but you know, especially if you're unemployed, you know, you could have went through a work study program that the unemployment could have paid for, you know. Let's see. Lady Z says you're a blessed individual, bruh. And Georgia's sweetest Georgia Peach says, I'm going back to get my hazmat and tanker. Very good.
Hey, I would tell you, if you go on the, I'll tell anybody. Like, I pull a hopper bottle now, but man, I come from that tanker world, man. Like, and that's the job I went to. That's at Hill Code. I was pulling the asphalt can and the propane bottle. We haul butane too, and we pulled propane in a dry box. But man, let me tell you something, man. That is some of the easiest money you can make. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. Some of the easiest money you can make pulling the tanker, man. Yep.
Now, some tankers that you pull, you don't have to do.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
You gotta do some work.
All you have to do is just back up under the cylinder, and actually, the workers will hook up the cylinders at some places.
Some places you do nothing. Some places they won't allow you to do anything, depending on what you haul it. The last company I was with, I did everything. I get there, they'll have a guy come down, but he'll tell them to start the big pump. But man, I control the pump, did all that stuff, loaded, and get to the other place, unload, start everything up, unload, clean everything up, and gone, you know. So
Brave Max says, hi, James. Why you not answering my calls, cuz?
Hey, so that's my cousin. That she lives. Her and her husband live in Australia, man. She's been over there. Yeah.
Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys being here.
Yeah.
All right. So when? All right. So you how long you was with them before you decided to start your own company?
So me and my cousin, we always brainstorm, and we all, you know, we've been around trucking all our lives, and so he ran this guy, one of his friends, he's car hauling, and so my cousin talked to me. It ain't take much to convince me. I'm like, shoot, I can be home every day, I can make good money. Why not? So I went out there. I went and bought my dually. I got a trailer, and it was all like wrong. Like, I worked like a dog when I had a 3-car. I was trying to. I grind, man. If I can get it, I get it. But man, let me tell you something. That hot shot and
what was hot shotting like? I mean, because from what I see, all these guys out here pulling 3 cars, I'm hearing this money in hot shot.
Yeah, it's money, man. But you got to think, man. I say you got to think, but it's like I came at a time like when everybody was coming in, and it was the end of the year. Like, I came in August, so the cars just changed over. So by like, you literally had it's a wave with that industry. So I went in hauling new cars. I later found out you gonna make more money hauling used and wrecked cars than hauling new cars. Crazy, right? Yeah, right. So I was running nothing but new cars for like the first 2 or 3 months, and then I start seeing guys leave out of the yard, what we call the yard, where you pick up at, the rail yard, and so they were going out on I forget the name of the web, Central Dispatch. They were going out there or had customers, you know, hauling cars like that and doing better. But I hung in there. But then I finally learned, I need to get out of here. I need to go out to Central Dispatch and hauling these used and wrecked cars. But man, and my cousin and them, they had the team up there. So I started at 14. I started hauling cars. Stopped that in 15. In March, my trailer went down on me, and it cost me, like, I was grossing about $4 or $5 a week with the hot shot. And then, like, my trailer was down for like 2 weeks, and I was like, no, I can't do this. And so my cousin, we talking again. We're like, man, we got this trailer. We got this problem with the trailer. It goes down, and now we gotta fix this trailer. Why not just get a truck and we can all pull their trailer and not have to worry about the trailer. We just got to worry about our truck. So we both went and got we went and got trucks from old Maverick trucks from 2 different places. But yeah, so that's how I got, started on the semi side of things then. So at that point I went to being leased on. I no longer needed my authority, so I dropped it. And I still, have my own tag.
So you had your own. So you had your own authority when you was hot shotting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you need? Well, let me ask you this: do you need your own authority to hot shot?
You can find people to go up under, but it's just like leasing onto a company, man. They gonna take a percentage.
Oh, okay.
So
wait a minute. For me, let's go back. Let's go back to this hauling junk cars, making more money than hauling brand new shit.
Hey, yo. So, all right, just for instance, a little small run. Like, you had 3 different ratings anyway. You had your small cars, or was it small cars or just cars, period? I think it was just cars, period. And then you had like your SUVs, and then you had your trucks. Okay. But your small trucks were like considered SUV size. So you have 3 different price ranges anyway. And it's going to be a difference of $12 between each of them or so. Okay. Just saying, give or take. But then, like, so you'll take a large truck from Columbia down to Charleston. It used to pay like $125 or so. They dropped the rate down to like $80. But you can get you a used or wreck car coming out of the auction or going to an auction that's paying you $125, $150. You know what I'm saying? So, and then just overall, man, like, you look out there on the web, man, like on Central Dispatch, and it just tells you the story. Like, you go, and like I was saying, like how the industry is in a wave. Like, you move out new cars during this July, August phase, and then everybody gets their tax money at the beginning of the year up until April. So starting as early as March all the way up until like June, July is repo season. So now you go into repo yards picking up cars that these companies are paying pretty decent money to pick the cars up for them to go to auction for them to be auctioned off.
Man.
So that's how it's a cycle. It's a true cycle. And then you go right back into new cars, the same cycle again.
So all I need to do is to get.
I'm not telling you that.
Okay, all a person needs to do is to grab a 350 dually, Ford 350
I'm not
dually.
telling you that. I'm not going to tell you that.
All right, he's not.
If I could have done it all over again, I would have got me a big truck. If I was going to stick with it, I would have got a single axle, and I would have got me a 7 car.
Okay, so let me ask you.
Because the fuel mileage is almost going to be the same as a big truck almost. I was down like 8 miles a gallon in my dually.
Right, so let me ask you this right quick. So you got the dually, all right? So you got the dually, you got the 350 dually, you got a 3-car trailer,
right?
What would be the okay? So at that time when you was pulling cars, was that the time you started thinking maybe I should just get a semi with a car hauler with the car trailer attachment?
It was too late. I bought a brand new dually. So I got that payment, and I'm like, I can't afford to go do nothing else right now. So I was stuck with it until I was like, and then the plan came up. I was like, you know what? I got some money that I had, and I had a little stash, and then I was like, I can sell this trailer right quick. So I flipped my trailer. And I grabbed some of the cash. I went and got my big truck. But it was just like, if you're gonna do it, if you want to just get a taste of it, if you got a 350 and go get a trailer and try it out, yeah. But I would not sit here and say that you should do that, and I'm not saying you shouldn't, because, like I said, my cousin talked to a guy, and he's doing well.
From everybody else is out here.
Yeah, and he's doing extremely well, to the point where he went and bought his trailer alone, cost him $50,000 enclosed, and he's hauling high end stuff to some people, some some important people, or just, he hauling some high end stuff, making money, and he's got other dualies on the road too. So it's just my experience. For me, if I could have done it again, I really would have went with the big truck route. Probably even with a sleeper, just the fact that I can move it around with no problem if I wanted to go lease on somewhere.
That's what's up, man. So you went, got your you went, saved your cheese. Now you got your first truck.
Yep.
So all of that kind of like, you while you was doing car hauling and all that good stuff, you kind of just made your way, and you just said, fuck it, I just want my own truck. You got your truck. Who did you go to lease on to?
I leased on to well, now they're called Basso Global. It was a company called Basso America at the time, but now they're Basso Global, also known as Gulf States Intermodal. Hauling what we call sea tanks. It's 20-foot tankers on a chassis, on a port chassis. So I went back into tankers. This right here actually literally got me home every other day. Sometime I go back and come back in a day, just depends, because everything was out and back to Charleston. So it was, I literally was back and forth being able to get home at this point. So, that was one of the things I wanted to do.
So let's touch back on hauling cars, man. So you had a 3-car trailer making bank, bro. Like, what? I'm assuming loading a 3-car trailer was fucking easy. Then loading.
Not at first. It's scary, man. You never, come on, like you're backing a truck on a trailer, and you're learning where to stop it at. For one, you're trying not to give it too much gas. You got the door open, or you hanging halfway outside the door so you can see where the wheel's at. It's like, it's kind of nerve wracking at first, but once you get into the groove, like you get in, and everything's slow as fast and fast as easy. So just take it slow, and it's nice, fast, and easy, and get on there. But it took some time to get that. I'm serious, man. It took some time, but I had a fast learning curve. One day I rode with somebody else. One day.
Have you had an issue of whoop?
My problem came with I had a dually. I almost put the dually off. Like, it doesn't seem like it could happen, but yeah. Almost off the edge, because you got to pull those straight.
So you loading, of course you're being trained on how to load, but I'm sure the trainer at the time told you, like, yo, this, stuff like this happens. But if you was to roll the car off the track, how are you able to get that back up there? Is there like a tow motor with a forklift that'll come and help you, or?
Nah, like you said, a trainer. Like, I went with the guy I was telling you about. My cousin knew that got us into it. Like, we literally rode with him. Like, I pulled a load down there, or I forgot how it was. I don't know if we all three took a load down there, but I forgot. But we ended up down there together. And like, it was literally one run. I went with them. Went down there. We at the rail car. I'm at the rail yard and loaded them up. Showed how to strap them down, because I ain't never deal with straps. Like, it was literally one day that we did this in, like, and it was super fast paced, because you snatch some cars off so quick. Like, you put them on quick, and you take them off quick. But the longest thing is strapping them down, really.
Would you say car hauling is almost the equivalent of driving a flatbed?
Yeah. I have never did a flatbed and driven a flatbed, but in my mind, yes, that'd be my equivalent.
All right. Welcome everybody that's stepping up into the building to the Lockoutmen Podcast Show. Make sure you guys hit that like button for a brother. I really do appreciate it. Let's see who stepped up in here. Desiree Hartwell is in the building. She says, per car, she says these auto haulers make bank. That's what's up. She's also said, can't stop in Alabama. What's going on? Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate you being here. Courtside Dave says, we need more likes in here. Hell yeah, we do. I appreciate it. Y'all hit that like button. My girl Mocha DMG is in the building. She's also a join member. Make sure y'all hit, if y'all want to join, hook a brother up with some coffee. It's only $1.99. Hook me up with some coffee. Let's see. Wow, Bill, what's going on, man? He said he wanted to know about he said what's good. He also came back and said he was wondering about car hauling too. You know what? I almost got into car hauling. That was the very first company that called me when I was looking for companies to go with before I went with U.S. Express.
Useless Express. My bad. I'm sorry. I never drove for them.
He said, that's what's up, can't stop. I knew it was money in it, just never knew how to get into it.
Hey man, if you need, hey, just tell her I can give you my email address. Well, I'll give you my business email address and you hit me up there. I don't mind answering any questions anybody got, man. Like I'm open. I can't make it all. I ain't doing that no more, and I can't make it all either way. So
you know what? I want to touch on. I was watching a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Usually I write shit down. I was watching a YouTube video and we touched on this when we was in the Zello group as well, but I was watching a YouTube video and this young man was just saying how, or not, it wasn't, no. Who was it? Wait, 3D Not T. That's why I was watching. You guys need to check this girl out. She is fucking fire. She got bars for fucking days. All right. Check her out. I think I did a profile on her a couple of videos ago, but she says that she went in while she was learning, she had to pay for, time in the booth. She had to pay for her engineer time and all that other good stuff. Like, all the rappers do, they got to pay for their booth rent or whatever. And she was sitting there while the, dude was engineering and all like that. And she was asking questions. She was like, yo, what this do? What that do? What this do? What that do? And some of the guys was just withholding the information because they didn't want to, I guess they didn't want to lose their money or anything like that. And that kind of got me to think about how some of these YouTuber guys on YouTube that wants, that tells you how to make money, but want to withhold the information from you so that they won't lose their money. But for me, when I got into the roadside game, I kind of did the same thing. I kind of went around and asked the same questions like, yo, where you get these tools from? Where you who you contract with and all like that. And they just didn't want to give you the information because they just felt like you was kind of infringing. You know what I'm saying? So have you ran across anybody that's like that you have asked back in the day for, just to get, just a little bit of information, but you felt kind of jaded from people that wouldn't give you the information that you was looking for?
Man, in this industry, yeah, all the time, man. Like, I can honestly and truthfully say, man, and I was just having this conversation last week. Since I've been pulling this hopper, man, this has been like the biggest family, like old school trucking, like how they talk about old school trucking used to be. Like, it's a true family. Like, man, matter of fact, I was on this run out of going back and forth over in Wilmington on 74, and like all day, every day, I don't care how many times a day we see each other, we always speak. You know what I'm saying? Let each other know what's going on the road, everything. You know what I'm saying? And we get out, sit, stand around, chop, talking, and it's just been like a whole family thing. You know what I'm saying? And even when we're not there, a couple of us, we still just, shoot a phone call, I met a sister. I met the brother Zach. He stays in Mississippi, man, and he even put me onto some stuff out in Mississippi where he's at. You know, anytime I want to go out there and work out there with him, he was like, yeah, because just small thing, man. Like here in my where I live at in Orangeburg, we got a pizza place, man. He was like, man, I love pizza, man. I was like, all right, cool. We'll stop by there and grab you some pizza on the way in. We was both going to the same place, and so grabbed him some pizza, man. And met up with him, met his sister. His sister drives too. And it's like we still keep in contact, and like for a whole week we ran back and forth from Kentucky to South Carolina together. You know what I'm saying? So it's been like a true family thing with this Hopper thing. But it's definitely some people like you. I'll never forget. Like when I went to I was over at Basso, and I asked one of the drivers, you know, about a certain run or whatever, and they kind of looked at me sideways about it. It's like you had to find like some things, like some loads, some ways you had to like really actually try to, like they had to be missing, like they had to be off work for you to get to run, for you to even know it even existed, because they wouldn't even tell you nothing. They don't tell you where you're going. You know, it's not like I can come get your money because you're going or you got the load and going, but it's just like little stuff, man. You ask them about and they just would not tell you, and it's hurtful that we all supposed to be working together. Like I can't sit over here and, like I said, I can't make it all anyway. I can only do what I can do in a day.
Exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you know, like I said, you know, no, let me see. Let me make sure I got the right one. No shots fired to anybody. You know what I'm saying? None at all. But I'm just saying, you know, if people got the information, I understand if they got the information, they want to tell it. Some people even want to get paid for it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I mean, oh shit!
You just hit a sore spot, because let me tell you something. Just like
what I do, man? What
because no, seriously, and that's real. Like when I went to go get my authority, like my cousin, they went through somebody or whatever. The guy hooked them up, and I was like, so what do I need? Like I got the list. I picked up the phone. I called, and like these people charging like $600 for you to walk you through the steps of getting your authority. I can see you get your insurance, you go get you go file, get your DOT number, which is free. Your MC number you file with the government. If you need help with it, pick up the phone and call them. The lady walked me through. By the time I got off the phone with that lady, she done walked me through it. The whole paper from front to back. What are you doing? Car hauling. So you're gonna need to put something about gasoline. It's gonna be small quantity, but you still gotta mark this. Like she walked me through the whole thing. And like I literally did not pay nobody to do nothing to get my authority, but people out here charging $600. You know what I'm saying? For me to let me go process this for you. For what? It's free. The information is out there. Everything you need is right there for free.
Well, you know, look,
I ain't trying to hurt nobody's hustle now, but I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna, you know, hate on nobody's hustle or anything like that. Even though I was called a hater because, you know, I was wondering about what the next man was doing. But I'm just saying, you know, in my humble opinion, again, you know what I'm saying. You know, some people will pay for that. You know what I'm saying, and others won't. You know, I guess I'm in that echelon of the won't. You know what I'm saying? But you know, but if you're a busy person, you know, you know, I get it. If you're a busy person and you don't want to take the time to do all the necessary steps to get what you want or get what you need, and somebody's offering it at a cost, then by all means, go grab it. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something, man. I listen to a guy, love the guy, E.T., the hip hop preacher, Eric Thomas, man. If you want it as bad as you want to breathe, man, you would do by any means necessary everything you need to do to get it done. When I told you I was running hard at Hilco, I was running hard. I can't tell you exactly how hard I was running hard over there. And I was able to manage to do all of that, get my authority, everything started on my own time, in between time, anytime I had, while I was working, while on the road driving.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
You
It
know,
can't be done if you want to do it.
so like I said, some people can, and some people can't. And again, no shots fired.
Yeah.
No shots fired. But it is what it is. Some people found some people find niches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got guys out here that's doing coaching calls for new drivers that's coming into the industry. Cool. You got people that you got people now that's helping people to get their permits. Cool. You got people that's doing a lot of things. So your hustle, whatever you find, whatever niche that you find that you can make some money, go get it. Yeah. Go by all means necessary. Go get it.
But if you need the information I got, I got it. You got it.
There you go. There you go. Man. So can't stop, man. I don't want to bring this up unless you want to talk about it. But you mentioned earlier of your late wife. You got married. And unfortunately, what happened? If you want to touch on that.
Yeah, that's cool. We got married. We met back in college back in 05. Yeah. So, got married in 13 and 16. In May of 16, like I ride avidly. With Buffalo Soldiers. Yeah, Buffalo Soldiers Motorcycle Club. And so we were headed out to Kansas, St. Louis, Missouri. And something I have to leave something. It's gonna be like a little choppy, but long story short, there's something I gotta watch what I say. We're still in some legality stuff. So we had an accident and with a horse on I-20 over here in Aiken, South Carolina. Didn't know that was horse country, but that is horse country. And so we had an accident, never saw what was going on, whatever, and so that's what happened. I lost her on the side of the road. I ended up with some injuries. And I'm actually like really, I can really truly say blessed to even be here talking to you, to ever have met you. I needed 2 bags of blood to be stable, had concussion. My arm was broken in 1, 2, 3 places and out of socket at the elbow, 3 broken ribs, 2 pelvic fractures, collapsed lung. Yeah, I was in, and actually Desiree that's on here, man, she was the young lady that actually stopped at my accident. So yeah, that's my angel on this earth. Seriously. Yeah. So, but that long story short, that's what happened, man.
This is the same accident that involved your late wife?
Yeah. I lost, she passed away about 10-15 minutes after the impact.
My condolences to you, bro. I'm very sorry to hear that. But with that tragedy, pretty much gave you strength to continue on, though.
Yeah. Needless to say, without a dark time, every once in a while it shows his head a little bit, but it's one of those things, and I'll say people are, I tell people and they're like, you're strong, but in my mind, it's like it's nothing else for you to do but keep going. It's like you have to accept the fact that they're gone, that they're not coming back. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. Does it make it any better or easier? No, it just takes time. It all comes in its own course. Every aspect of it. And it's allowed me to talk to other widows and widowers too. Because she had an uncle that passed, Uncle Paul, that passed about a year, and matter of fact, about a year and a couple days from her. And I went and talked to her cousin and her aunt, we sat down, we had a conversation on that level, and a couple other people I talked to. But it's just, I just find that I get a peace of mind being able to talk to people to help them through that time.
Does talking does that really help? Because I hear a lot of people that has like various issues such as loss, gambling problems such as myself, and other issues and all like that. But does that truly help to talk to people that was in the same situation?
Yeah, it helps. It helps, and honestly, I had gotten to a point and got to a point where I can freely talk about it without getting it. Sometimes I do. I ain't gonna sit here and say I don't get emotional about it, because I do. It just hits differently on certain days and certain times, just naturally. But it helped for me to talk, period, about it. And then people are like, oh no, I don't want to talk about it. No. It's like, no, I can talk about it. The more I talked about it, the more it helped me to realize what the situation was and be able to cope a little bit better. And that's just all it is, because it ain't gonna never go away. You're not gonna ever get over it. It's there. Is there.
Yeah, it's a major accident of any magnitude, definitely, change. You even touched back on an accident early in our conversation. Touch back on that. What happened that night?
It was early morning, like about 4 o'clock in the morning. We left home. Man, I can just about describe everything she put on that morning, the way she looked at me that morning, everything. Like, everything is like, it's that day always plays clear. But we got up, got dressed, hit the road. We ended up at a little truck stop, Circle K out there, exit 33 on I-20, and we stopped there. I chopped it up with this guy. He was in a bike club. He was headed to Myrtle Beach it was Memorial Weekend. And so that weekend, a chapter in St. Louis we're hosting the event. So we were like, nah, we're gonna go out there this year. And so just talking with him, and she went and did what she had to do. I went in and did what I had to do. She was out there talking to him and whatever. Come back out. You ready to go? Yep. 3 miles later, this accident happens. I wake up in the hospital, and I wake up to faces, gloom, and like I asked about where she was, and it's like, you have this feeling like something's totally wrong. And I asked maybe another time or two, and I never got a response, and I already knew just by that, and just the feeling, in my spirit, it's just like, yeah. And so ever since then, but the person that kind of put the pieces, like I said, put the pieces in between, man, and saved me from crawling back out on the road looking for her, which I didn't even know I was doing. And she said I just kept calling her name, but Desiree was the missing puzzle, man. She actually reached out and found me, and yeah, she know how grateful I am for her, man.
Now, shout out to you, Desiree Hartsell. Hartsell. Yeah, definitely shout out to you. Hartsell. Yeah,
don't kill me, Desiree.
Shout out to you. You before that, you was in a trucking accident. You touched on that.
No, that was a little small incident, man. That was more so of I totaled their car.
Okay.
It was a little 93 Cavalier, got my blind spot and pushed it out the road,
Okay.
That was it. Yeah, nothing like that, man. Yeah.
All right. So, all right. I'm reading your bio, and
yeah,
you still ride motorcycles, bro? Even after? Even after?
Hey, yes, sir. Yeah, it took about a year and a half. Well, about a year and a half before I bought another one. But I could. A lot of people didn't want me to get back on.
Yeah, I'm still wondering how could you get back on after.
Yeah, and like I still honestly I still deal with it. Like you wouldn't know when you see me when I ride, but I still don't have my wrist back. That's why I wear this brace every day and this glove. Man, my hand feels like crazy every day. But so I can't lift my wrist or I extend my fingers, but I can grip or pull my wrist down, so I can still pull a clutch in. So that was the main issue with me riding again, man. But even back to just driving a car, I'll never forget. I was going to Florida. I had a panic attack, man. I had a panic attack, like seriously. Like my PTSD from the accident was that bad early on. And so now getting back to riding, it was a little sketchy at first, but now, man, I get back on the ride like I used to, man.
Yeah,
it's just a love for it. And one of my drives was because she actually made a down payment on my first bike because she wanted to get on the back and ride. And so it was no conflict of me getting a bike to begin with. And so it's something that we did and shared together, man. And it's like I could not, if I'm able to do it, it's like I could not do it other than me enjoying it myself.
Desiree says, tell them the story from me.
All right, so Desiree actually reached out and found.
You know what? Oh, hold on, right quick. Hold on, can't stop. Desiree. Hold on, right quick. Can't stop. Do you have her number?
Yeah.
Text me the number and I'll bring her in and she could tell the story.
Oh boy, this ain't gonna be good. This is not gonna be good.
It'll be good. Hold on.
I'm gonna tell you right now, she despises me riding a bike. She despises it. You want me to text to you?
Yeah, text it to me. Hold on, right quick. All right. Okay. All right, Desiree, I'm about to call you. Hold on. All right, hold on, right quick. Let me go back out. Hold on, let's go back out. And all right, Desiree, I am calling you right now. You gave me the right number, right? Can't stop?
Gave you the wrong number.
Hello, Desiree.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. All right, so you have a story to tell. Me and Can't Stop and the rest of the L.O.M community is all ears.
Oh my goodness. Hi, James.
Hey, Desiree.
Hey.
You thought I was not going to watch this?
Huh?
I said you thought I was not going to watch this, huh?
No, I know you would. I know you would.
We actually talked right before it was going to go on.
All right. So what's the story, Desiree?
Oh my gosh, that was a terrible day. Sorry, hold on. So he was talking about them stopping at the gas station. And so I was driving from South Carolina, from Somerville to Atlanta, Georgia. I had my two kids in tow. My daughter was heading out to go visit her dad. And I was driving to Alabama, which is where I lived prior to living in South Carolina. So we were driving to Atlanta that morning, and my normal route is generally down from Somerville to Columbia and then head over straight on 20 East to Atlanta. And for some reason, my GPS had over straight on 20 East. Nope. My GPS had me going the back way through like Orangeburg and all the way up to almost Aiken, South Carolina. So I was like about 5 miles from where the accident from Wire Road, which is exit 29, in South Carolina. But anyway, James and I were about 10 minutes apart from stopping at the same gas station. So I've never met James before. I've never met him. I don't know him prior to this. But so our story kind of coincided as I was.
Did we lose her?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
So it's about 4:50 in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, and we are driving down I-20 between Columbia and Augusta, and all of a sudden I see like flashing lights on the right side of me about, I'd say, half a mile up. So I get into the left lane, and all of a sudden I see something running from the back, which is a semi truck, pulled over to the right side of the road. But I see something running back and forth from the taillights of the truck, this tractor trailer. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I slow down, get in the left lane, like I said, and then all of a sudden these horses come running down by my car in the middle of the interstate. So I slow down on the interstate going about 30 miles an hour, and I look over. So we're in the left lane, passing the semi, and we're slowly passing the semi. These horses are running around my car.
Mm-hmm.
My kids are asleep in the back seat, and I look over, and the trucker still has his lights on, and I see terrible things. And so I pull up towards the ramp, which is on Wire Road, exit 29. I pull over on the ramp, and of course my kids are like wide awake at this point, 5:05 in the morning, and I just look at them and I say, so I pull over all the way to the exit, and I pull over. My daughter is 15 at the time, I think, 15. She's 15 at the time, and I pull over, tell her I'm going to get out of the car and go help these people, and to lock the doors, and don't let anybody in until I get back. So I run back, and what I see is 2 bodies on the ground. And James, are you okay with me going further?
Yeah.
All right. Want to make sure. So I saw one body on the ground when I passed the trucker before I pulled over. And when I ran back, there were 2 bodies on the ground. So one was moving, which was James, and he was crawling from about 20 feet away from where his wife was, Fajita. And keep in mind, I do not know them. I've never met them. And so I ran up to her first because she was not moving. And so James kept crawling to her, screaming her name. I thought he was saying Olivia when he was screaming her name, but it's because his entire left side had collapsed. So I'm in the military. My first aid went into full effect immediately. And I didn't move her, but I just left her where she was. I checked her pulse. She had a very faint pulse. The trucker who had pulled over and saw the accident happen, he was already on the phone with 911. And so he looked at me, and he stood back there by his truck, and he looked at me, and he told me, he said, "Hey, she's dead." And I'm like, "She's not dead. She has a pulse. are you on the phone with, did you call 911? He's like, yes, I'm on the phone with them. I'm like, tell them to hurry. How long is it? And he said, well, they're going to be about 15 minutes. I'm like, she doesn't have 15 minutes. Tell them to hurry now. And so at this point, she was still breathing, still alive, just barely making it. And James is literally like bear crawling up to her. He can't really he can't navigate where he's at, but he just knows that she's right there, and he's like crawling towards her. So keep in mind, like, we're on the interstate. So he is crawling towards her and checking her pulse, and the cars are going by. They're on their motorcycle, right? So the motorcycle is in 1,000 pieces. It's all over the middle of the interstate. It's all over the side of the road. And so on top of the horses are all still running freely and wildly about. So I just hover over her and wait for the horses to leave because they came back around, and I just hover over her and wait there until they leave. And then all the cars are coming by. So they're kicking up all of the motorcycle that was just shattered. And so we've got debris flying everywhere. So James is basically like in the grass on the shoulder. So he's safe, but she was not. And so finally the trucker went back. I told him, I'm like, go back there, navigate the traffic, keep them outside of this, put up your cones. And so he put up his cones, started navigating the traffic, slowing them down, and James kept crawling and crawling towards her. So he kept crawling towards her more, and he wouldn't stop. So I finally went over to him, and he just kept screaming Chiquita's name. So he wouldn't stop. He just kept moving and moving, knowing that his entire left arm was shattered, his left lung was shattered, it was punctured from the impact. He just didn't quit. And so I finally grabbed him from underneath his armpits on both sides, and I brought him to her legs. And I didn't let him go any further than that, but I brought him to her legs, put his hand on her legs. I went to the front of her and held her, and we just sat there, and I told her she wasn't alone, and that he wasn't alone, and that we were right here, and that she was going to be okay, and that not going to be okay, but that we were with her, and that her husband was with her. And I asked him his name, and we talked about his name, and I said, all right. So she passed, and then he kept crawling into the middle of the road, just screaming her name. So I pulled him back, propped him up, he had a military bag, excuse me. He had a military bag, a chemical military bag, which is hilarious, but people use it for toiletries or whatever. So I found that in the rubbish that was strung across the side of the road, and I propped him up on that. I knew his left side had been punctured. I knew he could not breathe well. I knew his left lung had been damaged. So I just started to do care, and so we waited about 15 minutes for the ambulance to come, and he coded on us right before they got there. I know he coded because I had to press on his sternum. He faded in and out several times, and I just kept propping him up, keeping him up. I had him on my knees at one point, just so that he could breathe right. I had his hands over his head. I then propped him up on the little military bag, just so that I could leave him there for a second. We were looking for identification, like a wallet, anything that was thrown through the rubbish, some kind of identification, knowing that the police and that the paramedics are going to be there and they're going to need some kind of, identification. And obviously these two have families, so we need to find out. So I sent the trucker out to go and look through all of it, find something, anything that he could that was in the ditch over there. And they ended up finding his wallet and everything. But that was after the paramedics had came. So finally, so James had coded at least once before the paramedics had came. I got him back. I don't think I got him back. That was God's doing. And so he came back and just kept crying her name. We talked. We had a conversation. I told him about my kids. They were in the car, and asked him her name, you know, where they were going, just try to keep him alive and talking, and as much as he could put into his lungs to just keep them pumping and keep them working. And so finally the paramedics came, the state patrol came, which seemed like hours, but it was like in the 20-minute top period. So they got him on a stretcher, and I had to get my daughter to the airport in Atlanta in the next like hour and a half. So I roll up to the airport, daughter off, and walk her inside through TSA, and this all kind of rolls into the story. My hair was full of blood, my clothes were full of blood. Just rolling in there like, hey, can you please take my kid on this plane? It was terrible. Anyway, so while we're driving from there to Atlanta, from Aiken, essentially, I gave my phone to my daughter and I said, will you please like check the news stations and just, so check all the news stations. They're already out there, and they were, and I'm like, please find somebody who might know who this is. Cause I didn't see his driver's license or anything like that. I didn't know who he was. And I just wanted to make sure that whoever he was and whoever she was, that she wasn't alone and that he wasn't alone. And so we ended up finding, was it Charles, James? It was Charles, right?
Byron. Yeah. That's from Augusta.
No, wasn't Byron. Charles from Texas.
Oh, no. Yeah. That was Charles. Yeah, that was Charles. Yeah.
So one of his fraternity brothers had commented on one of the news stations on Facebook. And so I just kept looking for somebody who might know him personally. And so he did know him. He didn't say his name, but he said, my brother from the fraternity, this was him. Didn't say James's name or anything. So while we're driving from Aiken, while we're driving from Aiken to Atlanta, my daughter finds that, you know, he made a comment about James essentially. And I messaged him, I pulled over and I messaged him immediately. And I'm like, hey, I'm Desiree. I couldn't stay and I couldn't go to, I'm getting choked up, sorry. And I couldn't go to the hospital with them, but I just want them to know that she wasn't alone and neither was he. And I know he knows that, but I don't want her family to think that she was alone. Like, she was there. James was there. I mean, right by her. And he responded immediately. And so we actually got on the phone. I dropped my daughter off in Atlanta, and him and I got on the phone immediately. And he kept me updated on James. And so they transported James to Augusta, and that's where he stayed for a couple weeks before he had to go to a rehab center to work on his arm and his lung. And the entire like that, yeah. And so, what was it, a week later? So I was flying to Wyoming that week from Alabama. And a week later, I got back, and that's when James actually finally like came to, and they told him the story. Like, I mean, he had already been to, you know, like he was awake and everything. And like he said earlier, you know, he knew from the faces that something had happened to Chiquita. And so, but he didn't know the whole story because he didn't remember it. And I think I'm speaking truth, that he didn't remember the entire thing for a long while. And I think that that's stress and adrenaline and obviously trauma. And so Charles called me and said, hey, he would like to meet you. So I'm back in Charleston and he's in Augusta, and I drove up a week later and met him in the hospital. And we have been best friends ever since. And he was actually even in my wedding last year.
That's God working right there, man.
Yeah. And she said about the acting, like I didn't.
That's God working right there, man. It's God.
And she's talking about remembering anything. I didn't know anything.
You know, that's God right there, man. She was the embodiment of God right there, bruh. You know.
And that's what we keep saying, because the fact that my GPS took me a random way through Orangeburg and not like straight down the interstate, it took me through a highway. I literally was like 5 minutes behind them before they stopped at the gas station, at the same gas station I stopped at 5 minutes after they did, which essentially only led me to be 7 to 10 minutes behind them, which is when they got hit. And we have gone over this and over this and over this, and it's just crazy. Like, it is definitely a testament to being in the right place, or I wouldn't say right place at the wrong time, but just knowing that God,
you was the embodiment. You was the embodiment. You know, you was the embodiment of God right there at that particular time for him and his wife. You know, I mean, a lot of people look. You know, I don't go to church, but I do believe in faith, and I do believe in God. You know, I mean, you know, it's like, you know, how people just get it, you know, it just happened. You know, like, you know, some people see God in other people, and you was the embodiment for them that night. So on behalf of the Lockoutmen podcast show, thank you very much for that.
I don't know. James has been a light of my life since I met him, and the pinnacle of strength. I think that what I did is, I would hope, would be what anybody would do. Just pull over and love your neighbor and love somebody you don't know, and just be a good human. But James has given me so much more in return. The man has done so much. The strength that he shows in his everyday life, and how he is carried on, and just his enthusiasm for life. And yes, I absolutely hate that you're on a bike, and I always will. Always. And he knows it. I know it. He shows up to my office in Goose Creek sometimes on that bike, and I'm like, you can leave now. Bye, Lisa.
I mean, sometimes, I guess it's a testament for him to, get back on it. You know, me personally, I never drove my estranged wife, she's a motorcyclist, and I'm scared for her every time she rides her bike. But I never rode a bike before. I was gonna get my license. Unfortunately, we separated, so there wasn't no point for me to get a license. But I'm just afraid for anybody, that rides a bike, especially the ones that don't wear the helmets. I am so ecstatic that, the laws make you wear a seatbelt, but it don't make you wear a helmet. You know, so but bro,
correct.
but bro, I am thankful that you're here, man. I am very touched by this story. I'm very touched by this story, man. That just makes me appreciate you a hell of a lot more than I was maybe 5, 10, 20 or before we got in here, because I appreciated you then, but I appreciate you more now than anything, man. So, and to you, Desiree, again, on behalf of the Lockoutmen podcast show, thank you. You know, thank you very much for being there for him and getting him through his dark times. And I'm sure there was much of it at that time, you know.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it's yeah.
So
Like that was the months of waking up, being intoxicated, going to bed intoxicated. Yeah.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling, bro. I know the feeling.
That was once I was able to be home because my mom was like, "Nope, you're coming to stay with me." And so so I went home for a while, and then eventually I ended up. I actually haven't told a whole lot of people about that part. So friends, family, yeah, but a lot of people didn't know that part, but yeah, I did, man. It was rough, man. Like I had some other folks, you know, that I had some other folks that.
Okay, Desiree, thank you.
Desiree.
Thank you for coming on. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you guys for having
me.
Sweetie Georgia Peach says, James, you absolutely can't stop, bruh. That's the embodied. Now I see where the name come from. Fucking can't stop.
So originally, like I went to. All right, so I tell you, you gonna ask me that, right? So I first started riding in the club, right? And so I went to an event, and the guy was like, "Hey man, what's your ride name?" I was like, "I don't know, James. I don't know, you know." No, you gotta have a ride name before you come up. You know, you gotta have a ride name. I'm like, all right. You better think of. Matter of fact, I just met him at this funeral a couple of weeks ago. I saw him again, and he was like, man, you better have a ride name before you leave the end of this weekend. I'm like, all right. So I'm just sitting there brainstorming. I'm like, what could I don't want to use my line name from my organization. I don't want to. Nah, that ain't gonna fit here. I'm like, all right. And I was like, well, I tried to play on words, and it's just like, I came up with Can't Stop, and it was just like, yeah, I'll use Can't Stop. Cause I'm always, at that time, I was always moving, man. I was doing stuff, like I said, like I was in grad school, I didn't put that in there, but when I was in grad school, I was doing the tech work, plus driving a bus, plus I was a reserve police officer. And so one of my cousins called me a Jamaican, and I'm like, yeah, I just always did stuff, man. Like even now, like I get out the truck and I'm gone on the weekend, like always busy, always doing something, man.
That's what's up, man. That is what's up, man. Again, shout out to Desiree Hartzell.
Yeah.
Hartzell, shout out to you, young lady. Thank you for being the angel, being the embodiment, to bring my man right here, back to the fray. As to you, bruh, like I said, much love. Like I said, man, me, with this, me and you built the bond tonight, bruh. I'm just
man.
When you found me last night on Instagram, man, we built the bond tonight, bro. So we definitely gonna keep in contact with each other from now on, man. Thank you everybody for being here tonight. Welcome to the Lockoutmen podcast show. When you come up in the building, make sure you hit that like button. Let's go back to some of the comments. Let's see. Sweetest Georgia Peach gave you the prayer hands and the heart. She says, she said to Desiree, God sent you because of your experience, level, and expertise. She says, thank you. God is awesome. And she come back to say, I despise motorcycles for that very reason.
Hey. 9 times out of 10, it is not the motorcycle. Is not the motorcycle. Is these cars.
Mercedes was going on, little lady. Make sure you hit that like button. She said James is truly a blessed individual, and she comes back to say always moving. And Sweetest Georgia Peach says much respect, L.O.M. Thank you very much, Sweetest Georgia Peach. Desiree Hartsell, thank you. She says great show. Bro,
hey, Merce.
we touched on back in the day. I'm not sure if that was you or somebody else, but did you by chance get another truck?
Yeah. I sold the one that I bought. Actually, she put me down, but I always said, if this truck ever puts me down, I won't ever talk bad about it. And I swear by it, I will never talk bad about that truck. That truck was been through some things, you heard me? And yeah, she been through some things. She served her purpose well for 5 years.
Where are you at right now, as far as your life, as far as trucking, and what other goals that you might have in the foreseeable future?
As far as the trucking thing, man, like I mentioned earlier, well, that truck put me down. I was blessed and was able to get this truck here. I got a Coronado glider, and I got a hopper bottom too. So I've been doing this. Like even and it was a blessing in disguise too, because I had the other company, they let me go. I had a spill. My fault. I had a spill. But there were some other things that they tried to bring up that wasn't really irrelevant, and it really it was their bunch of stuff to get rid of me. And so, however it happened, man, I was out of work for about a month, and went back to work, and pulled the dry box for about 3 months, and then I got this. So as far as the trucking thing, man, I really want to get to the point where I have a couple more trucks, man, doing this. Other stuff I had going on, really trying to get into the currency thing, trading currency, that's definitely a way for me to be able to, if I want to get out this truck and, not have to get in this truck and still be paid, I can do that. And so I'm working towards that. Just eventually growing the business. I can sit back, if I want to get in the truck, get in the truck. If I don't feel like doing it this week, this month, a couple of months, I don't have to, That's the goal. Just trying to strive toward that. It's
what's up. Woo. Man. James, man, can't stop. You're a beautiful you're a beautiful human being, bro. I hope somebody hear this story. I hope somebody sees this episode and get inspiration by you, bro, because you truly just inspired me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm choked up. So, but you definitely have inspired me. And since you inspired me, man, what advice before you get on up out of here? First, I appreciate you being here, sharing your story, man, because I know this. I know this. It's kind of emotional for you. and I appreciate that you sharing it with us. What advice do you have for new jacks or even old timers that's in this industry? What advice do you have for them, man?
First part, I want to say this real quick before I get into that. Don't ever let nobody tell you what you can't do or that you're not gonna be able to do, man. That's one thing. Like, and I say that because I just thought about it. It came to my mind when you was talking a second ago. I went to one of my doctor's appointments, man. I told you about my hand, and the first thing he looked at me, and he's like, I went to Mayo Clinic, everything, and he even got out in Mayo Clinic. He was like, he never seen what I have going on, but when that doctor looked at me and told me to my face, and afterwards he sat there and prayed with me and everything, man. He was like, ain't nothing else we can do for you. I immediately broke down and bawling out tears because the first thing I thought about is how I'm gonna survive. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even about the motorcycle thing, even though, I want to work that out, but it was like just at that moment not being able to get back in this truck. This is what I love to do. This is all I ever wanted to do ever since I was a kid, man. But and it kind of applies to what you even just asked, man. Don't let nobody tell you can't do nothing in this industry. And there's money to be made in this industry. You just gotta go after it. You ain't gotta kill yourself doing it, but the main thing is if that's what you want to do, go do it. And everybody look at you, and some people, like even overtimers, you hear the thing of, man, I would never own a truck. I'd never do this. I'd never do that. So if you want to do that, go do it. Go get it. Don't go get it. Even if you got to start off with like me, I started off with an old Maverick truck, $30,000 truck. I had issues. Yeah, I had issues. It had issues. We worked through it. A whole lot of money. We worked through it over time. A whole lot of money. I could have almost got a new truck, but at the end of the day, man, you just gotta stay at the grind. Find your groove and stay in it. That's it.
That's what's
Find your groove.
That's what's up, man. Are we gonna go back to the old Zello days? Speaking of old Zello days, have you kept up with anybody from the old Zello days?
Every once in a while I hit Stephen B up. I'll give him a shout. Matter of fact, I was running up in his area, Carolina
Chicago, D. Illinois.
No, yeah, I hooked up with him once up there, Stephen B, but I was down here in North Carolina, Carolina D, man. It was crazy. It was twice at that, cause that morning, it was one morning I woke, I was parked in Delco, and I jumped up and I saw this truck, and I was like, dang, I know somebody with a truck like that, but I wasn't paying attention. I woke up, I was running in my mind late because I had want to be, back there getting another load right quick, and I passed by the truck and I'm looking, I was like, dang, I know that dude, Carolina D. He was trying to get me on the radio. I didn't have my radio on, but so me and him ended up chopping it up again. Because he runs that road, man. I ended up running to him another day, but Carolina D, Jay Vizzy, K Love occasionally. I know I checked on her when they was having that stuff out there in Texas, the hurricanes and stuff like that.
Oh, wait, the original K Love?
Yeah, K Love from Texas, from Houston.
Oh yeah. I had her on. As a matter of fact, I'll be doing a follow up with her very soon. But I had her, on the show twice, and she's fucking awesome. I just have to say that she's she's great. When we talk, we listen.
Let me tell you, man. Like the one, I ain't say one of the first times we met, but early in the days on the app, man. Like that's why I was thankful for the app, man, because I was running hard especially that's when I first came back. Matter of fact, I didn't get on the app until after the accident. I met Deke. Let me see. I met Deke.
Mm-hmm.
Who else was up there? Thor, and Carolina D. We was all up in Withville, Virginia. And Deke actually paid for my dinner. He was like, he saw me sitting by myself, and then he finds out, like, he was like, "Oh, you don't operate it? Man, give me my money back." So, but it was all cool though, man. We sat there and chopped it up for a minute, man. We was actually waiting on somebody else to come in that day. Oh yeah, and Fun Size too. She was up there that day, and so I left them up there that day. But man, I'll never forget K-Love when I first talked to her on the phone, and she was like, "Yeah," she was like, "Remember that day?" She said, I'm so thankful for you." I was like, "What day was you talking about?" She was like, "Man," she was like, "You just don't know. You saved my life that day." She said, "I was so tired." I said, "Man, that's what we're here for, because there's many days that Zello group, all them folks, man, get you through, man. Sometimes you need them folks. You can't pick up the phone and call nobody else."
I gotta admit, man, we had some fun times in there, before it all came to an end. But yeah. We definitely had some fun times in there. I met a good group of people, the original K-Love, Lawrence, and let me see, I think what's her name? She gonna get Red Duchess, met her through there. So, Stephen B, I'm still, as young as Stephen B is, that boy is so full of trucking knowledge. It just makes my head explode. Like, bruh, how old are you? Like, I mean, with his experience, he gave so much, and that's just to go back on what we was talking about as far as people paying for information. I mean, he honestly, to be honest with you, he honestly could charge for the information that he knows.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of the people that can actually fucking charge and legitly charge for the information that he knows, but he don't do that because he'll give it to you. Yeah. He was the one. If it wasn't for him, the chick and the dude, oh my God, I forgot their name. They was I know me and the one girl, we had our his girlfriend, we had our differences. What was their name? They was the trucking couple. They was working for L.O.M. What was her name? Oh my God. She had the accent too, man. But if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have got, they wouldn't have got where, they owner operators now because of Stephen B.
You talking about Debbie?
No, her and her boyfriend, the dude. Oh my God. Hold on right quick. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. I gotta let me
I can tell it's bothering you.
It is gonna bother, it's gonna bother me until hold on. They got a Facebook group. Hold on right quick. Traveling truckers. Hold on right quick. Traveling truckers, I think. Traveling truckers. Let me see if this is the group. The traveling truckers view group. Shakita. Old girl. Old girl.
Girl, yeah. Okay, yeah. I got you. Old girl.
Old girl.
Yep.
Her and what was her dude's name?
I can't remember. I remember. Yeah, I remember old girl.
His name is Lewis, but he I forgot his tag name, but his name is Lewis. So old girl, Shakita, old girl.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. If it wasn't for Stephen B giving them all them jewels. They got their owner, they went, bought their truck and did everything that they got because of Stephen B, man. I mean, bro. I mean, to be honest with you, this year, man, if you watching this or if you get a hold of this, bro, reach out to me, man, because I despite our differences and all like that, this is a new year. We could put all that shit in the past, bro. But with the information that you got, I would love to have you on here to pick your brain, man, because bro is in his like what 30s, late young early 30s.
Yeah, I think. Well, no, he's a little bit older than that. He's a little older than me, so he got mid. But hey, man, I tell you what, I'm gonna reach out to him tonight. When we get done, I'm gonna call him.
All right, that'll work. That'll work. Tell him. Yeah, give him my phone number. Tell him to reach out to me, and I'll definitely want to. We can, like I said, all that issues and all like that, man. All that shit's in the past. We did have our little skirmish and all like that, but look, this is a new year. You know what I'm saying? And I still respect the man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even though we didn't see eye to eye on things, but when it comes down to this fucking trucking game, this man is the truth.
Yeah.
When it comes to this trucking game, he's the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you can reach out to him and let him know the invitation is out there. So whenever you want to come on and chop it up, he don't even have to show himself. We could just do it over the phone, or we could do it over the voice or whatever, man, because the jewels that this man got, you know what I'm saying? Fire. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. But yeah, Shanita Olger, I couldn't remember her name for shit. Well, she had the accent though. She's a little firecracker. Like I said, we definitely had our issues as well too. But still, she she
go at you toe to toe.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Go at you toe to toe.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
But good people though.
Yeah, very good people, man. James can't stop.
Hey, and seriously, I'm gonna drop you my email address so you can put it in there. Well, so she can if she want to reach out to me on any of that stuff on the authority stuff, man. Seriously, I ain't got no problem, man. I'll email that stuff over you quick, fast, and hurry. Anything, any questions? Yeah.
Sweetest Georgia P says it is going to clear your mind as soon as you end this podcast. No, as a matter of fact.
Matter of fact, I'll give it to you right now.
Hold on. Hold on.
Not that email address.
Hold on. Let me see if I can bring this up. You could test it to me and then I could copy and paste it. Hold on right quick. I'm about to bring it up now. I'm about to bring up my test thing. All right, go ahead and test it to me and I'll copy and paste it in the group. And I will also, let me see, is this you right here? Okay, yeah, this you right here. All right, test it over to wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, text me your email. Because I got your email back. Okay, there you go. Okay, there it is. All right, hold on right quick. All right, copy. All right, there we go. All right.
Branding is key, y'all. Branding is key.
There you go. That's his email right there. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put it soon as this show's over with, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the comments too. So that if you guys don't get it in the chat, that's what's up.
Get your business cards out.
I got mine. Hold on.
And I got some pens somewhere right here in this truck.
Hold on, wait, I can't be outdone. I got mine. Oh yeah,
I gotta get your business done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus,
you gotta get them.
I got somebody. I got my son's girlfriend to work on my t-shirts. So I have some. I have a t-shirt that I can wear now. Lockoutmen Podcast.
Hey, guess what? My t-shirt should. Matter of fact, I need to call them in the morning. I might go pick them up in the morning. They're supposed to be ready.
That's what's up, man.
Hey,
right,
but
now, let me ask you something. Now, being before you, I know I said we were supposed to get on up out of here.
you good, man. You good.
Being an owner operator,
Yeah.
you say you sold the one, so you still just got the one truck, right? Or
got
you
one,
got,
yeah.
All right, but being an owner operator, in your opinion, how hard is it to actually get somebody to drive your truck when it's time for you to get out of the truck?
I think for me it's gonna be hard. And I'll be honest with you, because I look for somebody that's like me, somebody that's a runner, that's gonna take care of the equipment, pay attention to every little thing that's going on. If it don't look right, smell right, sound right, checking it out, that's the type of thing I do. I ain't gonna say we all don't do it, but I know sometimes we get away from doing our regular by the book pre-trip, but you still checking up on things. And like even with this is new, man. This truck right here is new, but I done had to replace some stuff. Some stuff wasn't tightened, and this and that. From the factory, it's just stuff that you have to be meticulous about, man. And that's the type of person I look for. So it's gonna be hard for me. That's why, and God on the truth, the whole year and a half I didn't work because of the accident. My truck sat. My truck sat because I did not want to put nobody in my truck that wasn't gonna run like me.
Do you still owe on the truck, or the truck is yours?
Which one? The other one I had?
Well, the one that was sitting while you was out.
Oh yeah, I was paying on that. Yeah, I was still paying for it.
Sweetest Georgia Peach said, "What's your cash out, bruh?"
Nah, man. Nah.
She says dinner is on her. I'm about to send you my cash out because I want something. I want something to eat. Hold on, right quick. There you go. There's mine. Mine's right there. There's mine. You can hook me. I'm out of my drink, so I need something to drink because as soon as we finish up this, I'm about to drop the trailer. And I'm about to find somewhere to get me something to eat because I am starving.
Hey, you saw me drinking it. You saw me drinking my food earlier, right?
So, yeah, you said
real so in these streets, dog. It's real in these streets.
I got you. I got you, man.
Yeah, I was trying to get home to get to this plate.
That's what's up, man. Running your own truck, man. Let me tip in on running your truck for a minute, man. E-logs on your you running E-logs, right? No, man. You about to pull? No, you not. No, you don't. Don't do it, man. Don't put. Hell no. Hell no. How old is the truck?
Huh?
How old is the truck?
It's 2020. It's a glider though.
Oh, you could get. Oh, okay. But you could get away with that.
Yeah, with a glider. Yeah.
Oh,
yep.
This man pulled out the paper.
Hey, man. It all adds up at the end of the day. I don't do no more than 70 hours a week, man. No more than 11 hours a day of driving. No more than 14 hours a day on duty.
But as an owner operator, like me, being a company driver, and I'm constricted to company policy. So, using personal conveyance to whatever they have available for me. But personal conveyance for you, are you able to, on the E-log, I can do that on E-log, and I do got paper logs, but how are you able to get away with it on paper?
You do it the same. You can log it the same way.
Okay.
The same way you drop your line, you can do it there. But
okay, just make sure.
I mean, most times I don't have to, man. Like a lot of times when I run, like right now. I'm right at the house right now.
Nah, sweetest Georgia Peach, I'm not jealous. I'm just hungry.
It's real in these streets. The stomachs is grumbling.
I'm just hungry. I'm not jealous. I'm hungry.
Any information I give is free, man. You ain't gotta pay me for nothing, man. Like that's me. That's me.
But yeah, paper. I mean, damn, man, you can get away with paper laws. Is there a time limit on that, or is it straight because you driving a glider? And for the people that don't know what a glider is, hip them to what a glider is.
Hold on, I'm about to lose my laptop in just a half a second. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
You know, this is this great thing called an app for this dang on inverter, man. Ain't gotta reach up under there every time. For real, like I'm about to hit this button for this power drive on this app. Just like that. Oh, did it connect?
Oh, hold on.
It said not connected.
Then.
You know what? This thing right here, man. I'm trying to show it off. I'm trying to give our drive its due, this just due. And it's one day it don't want to do what it's supposed to do. So I'll be right back. But I can talk though. A glider is pretty much it's gonna be a newer truck, a brand new truck, top to bottom, brand new truck. Some companies use new transmissions or remanufactured transmissions. But the key to it is the motor.
Mm-hmm.
The motor is a 98 EPA regulation. So whenever the motor was built to the specs of the Environmental Protection Agency specs, back in 98. So that's what makes it a glider. So they came out with this rule, and it pretty much said anything older than a 2001 and older were grandfathered in under it. But the new trucks, which are the glider trucks, have the 98 EPA, also are E-log exempt. So that's the only reason why I get away with it. Until they decide to come up with something else and say, oh, well, this not going to work anymore. But, you know, some of these, some stuff you can't just plug into. It won't read certain things on the motor.
Sweetest Georgia Peach says, I'm a fellow trucker, but I don't eat that much. I know you're a fellow trucker, Sweetest Georgia Peach. I know. And I love the name.
Out of Georgia must be.
She also says that you got to have a signal, bro, in order for that app to work.
Do not. I got 5 bars. I gotta restart this phone. That's what it is.
Yo, I tell you, apps. Us old school truckers. The old school truckers. Y'all got to get hip with the times, man. I see way too many of y'all with motherfucking flip phones, bruh. It's kind
of. Hold on. Time out. Flag on the play. I will say. If it wasn't for me, if it was not for me, like getting acclimated and dependent upon my phone and getting email and this social media, flip phone all day, because I could have, when I first got my business line, I got a flip phone, no lie. I was like, I just want a business line. I don't need nothing crazy. Let me just get a phone so I can make a phone call, get a phone call on. And then I was like, hey, well, let me try the iPhone out. Let me see how this works out. Then I got 2 smartphones. But that flip phone and that daggone and that Android I had, hey, that flip phone, every time I get service, I don't care where I was at, the service will drop on the smartphone, the old analog phone, the old flip phone, trusty dusty would work. So old school, I don't blame you.
pull up that antenna, flip it open.
Not the Nokia.
I got the bars. I am the king of phones. You guys just don't know. I go all the way back.
To back phone too?
When it was cellular one. Y'all not even, some of y'all people don't even, y'all not hip. Alltel. Y'all not hip to Alltel.
Oh, that's why I got my service with.
Right. They not hip to Alltel.
Back in 03, I got my, nah, forget that. We go back when Alltel, remember when Alltel came out with that little black, they like one of their first flip phones that had a little kind of crazy looking battery on it. It was black, it was small, it had a little pull up antenna, and plans was dumb hiding.
That was the Motorola.
Late 90s. Late 90s.
Back then, that's when Motorola had the cell phone game on locked. See, y'all not hip to that. Motorola had the cell phone. Motorola and Nokia. Nokia was known for the they call them candy bars. They was known for that, and Motorola was known for the StarTech. Y'all not even hip to that. Y'all not hip to the StarTech. You know, the old the Star Trek phone. Hey, beat me up, Scotty. The Star Trek with the big ass batteries on the back. Y'all not what? Wait, I'm about to take it back. I'm about to take it back even farther. Y'all hip to that movie with Michael Douglas called with Charlie Sheen, Wall Street? That big motherfucking brick phone that he had. That was a Motorola joint right there, where the minutes was like 35 cents a minute, literally. Okay, so yeah, I had those. I had that.
I never forget the coolest thing I ever saw. My cousin had a phone in his car. I never forget. It was a 90. I think it was a 95 or 96. 96. He had a 96 Thunderbird, supercharged Thunderbird.
Mm-hmm.
Man, had the phone in the little console down there, man.
That's what I'm saying. We go back when somebody will call you during the day. Hey, bro, call me after
7.
Yeah, it was 6.
Call me after 7.
Yeah, call me after 6. For him, it was 7. For me, it was call me after 6 o'clock, man. Well, I gotta call you all because that's when it's free. Yeah, call me after that.
No, I'm sorry. It was 9 o'clock. It didn't went back to 6. I mean, went back to 7.
Yeah, because if you called, you only had like an allotted time. Like you only had like maybe about an hour's worth of time. You know, during the daytime, somebody would call you up. Hey man, what's going on? Hey, I ain't got time to talk. Here, call me back after 6 o'clock. Oh, okay. Yeah, we could talk all night.
Hey, Alltel had that fancy thing, that friends and family thing. You could put people and their numbers on there, go online. Yeah, I did all that, man.
Man,
swapping people numbers out.
Man, the Motorola two-way paged me. I had that too. When Jay-Z came in with it, Motorola two-way, I had to go and get me one too so I can floss. I ain't had nobody to talk to. I ain't had nobody to two-way, but I wanted that to go on my hip too. So yeah. Beepers when 911 phone number come through, 216-541-2222, 911. That means call me right away. Man, those was the days, man. These new millennial kids, they don't know the struggle, man. They don't know the struggle.
They had a conversation about the going from the doing the cassette tapes on the radio, making your own mixtapes before these CDs.
Man, remember, I don't know if you remember, but I know I did this back in the day when when I just sit there. Like back then they had radio like hip hop shows. They actually, they still got it today. A DJ doing the thing, but back then they actually had like I don't want to my cousin DJ Ryan Wolf, you know what I'm saying, love you, bruh. You know, he does his DJ thing, but back then when turntables was vinyl, I would just put a tape in and just hit record and let it record all night, man. That's how it was back in the day. Y'all don't know the struggle.
They go online now too. iTunes.
Yeah, you download your music quick, fast, in a hurry. Us, we had to wait till the song come on and be like, I know it's going to come back on in about 10 minutes. So
it's about time in the rotation.
You had the radio bump and be like, and then
wait for that beat to drop.
Then the DJ be like, yo, here's that new one by such and such and such. Okay. I got it this time. They don't know the struggle. They don't know the struggle.
The original mixtapes, straight off the radio. Hey, and you cannot talk while it's recording.
No, you can't. Remember back? Oh my God! Remember back in the day where before voicemail, we had the actual tape recorder answering machine. Hey, this is Lockout, man. I'm not here to answer the phone right now, but if you leave a message, I'll call you right back. With the music playing in the background. Y'all don't remember that. Y'all don't know the struggle, man. Y'all don't know the struggle. Y'all don't know the struggle. Being on the phone with your girlfriend. What you doing? Nothing. What you doing? Nothing. What you doing? Nothing. What you doing? Just sitting here watching TV, listening to you sleep. Y'all don't know the struggle, man. The landline where you had to go to the Radio Shack to get a 15-foot cord so it go from the bedroom to the living room.
Hey, if not, you got the 15-foot cord on the daggone receiver. Hey, and then it get all wound up and tied up. You can't even untangle after a while.
Oh, they don't know the struggle, bruh. Bruh, they do not know the struggle. Nope. These kids, man, kids don't know the
that's
struggle.
What a house phone is now. Half of them don't ever seen one.
They don't know the struggle.
Hold on. They ain't never had to. God doggone, I gotta start up.
You talking about the rotary?
The rotary phone. Yeah. Man, let me tell you, my aunt stayed upstairs, and I used to call back downstairs. Like we said, my aunt stayed on the third floor. We stayed on the first, and so my number was 777. So you try to keep your finger in there and do this real quick. Ain't always work.
Oh man, you said your number was 777. You went back to the what was that? The time 777 93 11. Y'all don't know the struggle, man. y'all don't know the struggle. See y'all good with the Bluetooth and the wireless PlayStation 5 and the graphics that looks lifelike. Y'all don't know the Atari days with the stick figures playing one-on-one basketball.
Hey.
Y'all don't know the struggle, man.
Gotta blow the cartridges out to get
you
the peach. That green light working. just for you. I had to make sure.
Let me welcome everybody that's stepping up into the Lockoutmen podcast. A little bit extra extended version with my man Can't Stop. We just chilling, reminiscing about the past, man. You guys don't know the struggle, but thank you for stepping up in the building. I do appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you hit that like button. Desiree and Georgia's Sweetest Peach, they talking amongst each other. But Georgia's Sweetest Georgia Peach says, I have one in my cell phone cemetery. Yeah, we have all of them. I got all of them. All the flip phones, all the candy bar phones, all the StarTex, the what was that one when T-Mobile was coming into the flip the T-Mobile flip sidekick. That's what it was. Yeah, I had that too.
I had the Altel version.
Let me see. Georgia Sweetest Peach says, or I keep saying it backwards. It's Sweetest Georgia Peach, but Sweetest Georgia Peach. She know what I mean. I was a phone. She said, I was a phone, Jay. Laugh out loud. I had to have the top of the line phone, cell phone, beeper, two-way. I want all my money back. That same thing with me, Georgia. I had to have the newest and the latest phones that came out. Y'all don't know the struggle. Back then, we could just pay $9.99 for a $1,000 phone back in the day, because all we had to do was sign a 2-year contract. That's all we had to do.
2-year contract.
Now we got to buy the phone outright. Desiree says she knows some Atari. I know, right? Y'all don't know the struggle. Y'all do not know the struggle, man. But hey, James, man, can't stop, man. Thank you for being here, bro.
I have fun, man.
Bro. I do appreciate you being here, man. Thank you very much, y'all. You're part of the L.O.M community now, bro. So anytime you want to come on, man, you're more than welcome to come back onto the show.
I'm trying to get B on here, man.
Yeah, share some knowledge, drop some jewels, and all that good stuff, man.
I'm still learning about this gang now, but I got something for this Hopper gang, man. It's
well, that would be our next get together, man. We'll talk about the Hopper gang, because ain't that the one with the
dump on the bottom.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get into all of that, man. We'll definitely come back together and definitely talk about all of that. Hold on for a minute, can't stop. Let me go ahead and end the show, and I'll get right back with you in a minute, man. Hold on. Well, there you guys have it, man. That's it for the Lockoutmen podcast show, the extended version tonight. I really do appreciate you guys being here. Super shout out to my man, Can't Stop, man. You know what? Let me stop that. Let me give him a bomb drop. That's what's up. Give him the bomb drop. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to everybody that stepped up in the building. Thanks for all the likes and all the comments. You guys rock tonight. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. If you like content like this and more, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell and that all button. And if you like content like this, man, consider joining the platform, man, because this is what I do. I have interesting guests that come on and we just park and politic. That's what we do over here at the Lockoutmen podcast show. You know what I'm saying? You know, I grab somebody and we at Denny's, just getting to know each other. You know what I'm saying? With you guys in attendance. That's what's up. I really do appreciate you guys being here. Thank you very much. Super shout out to Desiree Hartsell for coming on to the show. So shout out to her too. Thank you very much. Until tomorrow. Hold on right quick. Let me make sure I get the right button. Until tomorrow, everybody, you guys take it easy. Y'all stay blessed. And I will come back with you guys with another one. And yeah, that's it. We're done. Later.
Cause baby, once I'm gone, I ain't coming back. You gon' have to settle with another man. But when you realize, don't be running back.